Alright, what's going on, everybody? Going to check out the Skelattack demo here on Game Jolt. We were eagerly anticipating this game to be released this month. However, after PAX, the team decided to put the game on hold, get it ready for console. Makes perfect sense. Right now, looks like Xbox is confirmed for certification. And we can expect release on PC and Mac, Linux as well. And this channel is certainly hoping for release on Nintendo Switch. So, we've got our little bat buddy here who casts magic for us. And if you are not familiar with the game, the basic premise is that your dungeon or your sewer is being raided, and you are essentially the monsters that are being raided for your loot. So it's a unique take on, you know, the dungeon grind type games. It lets you kind of play as the monster, which is pretty neat. It's a somewhat challenging platformer, but it's gone through a few revisions and it's actually been made a lot easier. Well, not a lot. It's certainly not an easy game. If I'm not careful, the humans are gonna beat me up. I picked the heal spell. At the beginning, you get to pick one spell specifically. One's a firewall, so it's a damage-dealing spell. The other one actually adds another jump. So I've got a double jump ability, but I had the option to do a triple jump, which actually makes the platforming aspect of the game a little bit easier. Not my cup of tea, though. I try to avoid it. And then these little candelabras that you'll see are your save points. So you're going to want to activate them whenever you get the chance. And you can go ahead and learn a little bit about the lore of the game by finding books. This demo is incredibly fun. You can find it on Game Jolt, GameJolt.com. Register for a username there, and you can enjoy the game at your leisure until the anticipated March release date. And the cool thing is that you actually have to clear out all of the humans. Oh, I'm in a bad spot here. Because they are raiding your dungeon essentially, and it's your job, Scully the Skeleton, to get them out of there and make sure that they are make sure that they're gone. And we got this little green blobby guy. Don't know his name, but he heals you, so we like him. And then these are the little save points here. This game, to me, I've tried the keyboard controls. I'm using a controller right now, and the controller is just, in my opinion, a lot easier. Just it feels a little bit more natural. And you'll see as we kind of advance through that there are quite a bit of kind of challenging wall jumps, A lot of this game has to do with you timing and scaling the wall at a proper time, and really kind of getting used to the ability to overcome the obstacles in front of you. Here we go. So you can kind of go back and forth, as you can see there. And then also you can push off the same wall over and over and over again if you are able to control yourself a little bit better than I am right now. However, that does make you start to feel it a little bit in your thumb. Oh no. Went the wrong way. These guys hit hard too. I mean, it's a pretty unforgiving game. Even as a demo, if you're really not big on platformers, a lot of it's just about timing and going in and landing the strike at the proper time. So you do have to have some patience. Kind of reminds me in some aspects of another platformer that we've covered, Robbie Swifthand in the Orb of Mysteries. Has a similar feel in terms of just being a more challenging platformer. It's really not intended to be a game that everyone's just going to excel at right away. So you got to give yourself a little bit of time to get used to the mechanics. But this one's actually a lot of fun. And if I don't clear out all the enemies, it won't let me advance. So that's why I kind of have to take my time, even if you kind of reach the end and you've figured out the quote-unquote puzzle. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And this is where the game starts to get a little unforgiving as you start to maneuver and try to make some of these tougher jumps. There you go, activate that guy. And it's certainly not a race. This is a game that will frustrate you quickly if you're not, again, a seasoned platformer player. You need to make sure that you get used to the mechanics. You start to adjust a little bit before you start trying to do speed runs and rush through. I'm gonna try to show the demo through to completion, time permitting. Get that cursor out of the way. But the extra jump is a nice way to kind of ease you into the game. If you're just kind of looking for a nice kind of easy way to transition and get used to the platforming part of the game. Because honestly, the enemies will certainly kill you. Ooh, they hit pretty hard if you're not prepared and you don't time your attacks very well. But the obstacles here that I'm avoiding, these little crystals, wow. They've already killed me 3 times, as opposed to the human raiders have yet to kill me. And I'm sure in the full version of the game that may change in some regard. And see, that's just me accidentally tapping a button an extra time. If you use the directional pad, which you should, if you're using the controller in this game, it actually will jump for you, which is why it's so easy, which is why you might see me do an extra jump without actually hitting the jump button, and make some of these mistakes. So that's what makes the timing, and you have to really have attention to detail. Okay, I think I'm just going to play it safe and work my way back up. Okay. Got just about everything cleared. There we go. That works too. I failed upwards. And these levels are just really neat. They're all unique in the demo. I believe I'm in the sewers right now. And as we reach the end here, you'll be able to see kind of some blocked off rooms. These little guys are a pain. They kind of knock you off course, and they slowly burn down your health. And they're just a bummer to deal with. You gotta get rid of that thing so that they go away. Oh, missed it. But you can see a lot of typical elements that you would expect in a platformer, just with a higher degree of difficulty, which I absolutely love. Grew up on platformers. So the higher degree of difficulty is something that I absolutely love, especially as we see more and more platformers starting to come out and actually make a dent in the indie game industry. It's been pretty cool to see. Okay, we got all of our coins, and you use the coins for a couple different things. First of which is to buy spells, so that your little bat buddy here can cast spells. Like I said before, I've got the heal spell. So you can see there's a little mana gauge up there, and then I've got my health. And then the coins can also upgrade your sword, so your weapon. So magic and weapons is what you use the coins for, at least in the demo. Not sure if they'll be adding additional uses for the coins later on. Oh boy, that's what happens when you try to rush through. So a lot of this is timing. And even when you kind of know what's there, sometimes you still wind up hitting it somehow. Or at least I do. So be better than me. There we go. The little crystals are brutal. I love that it goes, you know, you're not walking through the dungeon, you don't feel like it's taking forever. Okay. And these are the guys that are just, this is where you feel the pain the most here. These guys. The heal certainly makes it easier if jumping isn't necessarily an issue for you. They kind of push you off a little bit, so if you're sitting on just kind of a smaller little platform like right there, they would be really messing with my positioning. And this is another area where they can really knock you off course, because I am somewhat of a completionist, so I try to discover all the coins and secrets that I possibly can, and I just ran by a bunch of them. That's going to bug me. Alright. Gotta go back. There's my little healing buddy. So that was worth it. I'll take it for the extra coins. Even though it's a demo and I don't need to pool coins, I'm still going to. And again, the demo is free. It's posted up on Game Jolt right now. I believe it's been up for the last, I want to say 3 months or so. Maybe a little bit longer. That's where I'm going. Whoop. This is going to be fun. Shoot. It's hard not to panic. Come on. Get there. Had a feeling that was going to happen. After all that, those guys are spawning right there, so they're coming fast right now. Nope. There's really no shame in dying for these types of platformers. It's just bound to happen, and it's actually something that's somewhat fun. So when we kind of get to our home base here at the end, you'll see there's actually like a death counter. So if you're not counting on your own and making fun of me, the game will at the end. Oh, and that was me just not looking where I was walking. I gotta get that coin back. Did it again. Alright. There we go. As you can see, I'm running across my little fellow dungeon dwellers, advancing the story. But like I said before, it's certainly a unique take on, instead of raiding the dungeon, it's defending the dungeon from who it's being raided by. Ooh, look out. Oh, that was ugly. Got hit with that. How many more things am I gonna get hit by? Oop. Uh-oh. Too fast. This is a tough little area, but certainly shows off some of the platforming skills required. Waited too long there. Go. Okay, let's do this better. Wow. He says to himself as he dies. Okay. Take a break right here. Whoa. Nope. There. That was a little bit better. Alright. Making progress. And we're at the boss. So this guy's got the little balloon guy that's a pain in the butt. You're gonna have to get slowed by this guy. Good thing I got a heal going. Got all this wide area, so it's a little bit of a hit and run. Some guerrilla warfare here. I'll take the hits just because I have the mana. A little irresponsible, but that's alright. Oh, still got hit. Stop it. Need some more space. Let's get up here. Uh-oh. Heal up. There we go. So, quick little stream just to kind of show you what you're getting into when Skelattack comes out. It's a tremendously fun game. I'm sure there's going to be multiple difficulty levels. But it kind of gives you an idea of at least what's kind of planned here in terms of the levels. So we just came from the sewer. We've got prison. We've got a greenery. Then we've got the grand halls. I had mentioned before that you kind of read books and you get the lore and you get the story of Scully the Skeleton and his little bat buddy here. So you're able to browse through the books that you find throughout your journey there and read the story. And then here's our blacksmith, and this is where we're going to go for weapons and upgrades. There you go. Might as well. Got a bunch of coins. And now know where to use it. And then these are the spells. So the air scroll is that third jump. The cure scroll is what I was using for the sake of the stream. Just kind of show it off. And then there we go. The fire scroll is you create a pillar of fire. So those are the basic spells, and this is the end of the Skelattack demo. I highly recommend that you try it out for yourself on GameJolt. It is just a ton of fun, and it'll give you something to look forward to in March when the game finally releases on Steam, and then hopefully on more than just Xbox in terms of consoles. So appreciate you guys joining us. If you enjoyed this stream, you enjoyed this video, take a second, subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and toss us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We're at Redonk Gaming. But most of all, visit us at our website, www.redonkulousgaming.com.